Hello, I'm Louise. We are here for lesson 9, year 2 phonics, and today is our morphology focus. So what we're going to start with is our definitions. So our definitions are phoneme. A phoneme is that single sound in a word. Our grapheme is a letter or a group of letters that represent a single phoneme. Syllable is a beat in a word. It must have a vowel sound. Morpheme, I'll do the actions. You see if you can do the words on your own. Together, a morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning within a word. We have a new one today. Our new one that we're adding in is a base word. So a base word is the main part of a word and it holds the original meaning. A base word can stand on its own. So with a base word, let's think of the word play. Play is my base word. If I want to add a suffix, I could put plays on the end or on the end. Plays, player. I can also add prefixes to my suffix and my base word. So I could add play, Is that really a word in English? What about replaying? Replaying. That's how base words work. They hold the original meaning of the word. Okay, so we've done our definitions. Now let's just refresh our memories about the prefixes and suffixes that we already know. So remember, I'll do the action. A prefix comes at the start of a word and it changes the meaning of that base word. And a prefix, it's not a word on its own. These are the prefixes we know already. Un means not. Re means again. Excellent. Now let's check out our suffixes. We've done a lot of work on these. Remember what it means. So the suffix comes at the end of a word to give the base word a different meaning. A suffix, it's not a word on its own. These are the suffixes we already know. These are the suffixes we already know. Person who, one who, or comparison. E means full of or having. D means past tense. S, plural, more than one. Li means like or how. Full, full of or having. Ing, happening now. Es means plural, more than one. Remember, we add this one to words that end in ch or hissing sounds or ks. Est from last week. Est means greatest. Est means greatest, more than or most. Okay, we're coming into our learning intention for today. So our learning intention for today is today we are going to use the prefix, comes at the start of a word, prefix dis. Our prefix dis, if you look up on your screen now, you will see the prefix dis. D-I-S, dis. Now, what does it mean? The prefix dis means not, a part, or absence of. Let's do that again. Dis means not, a part, absence of. Let's think about how that works all together. So, if I am displeased, I am not pleased. Okay, if I distrust, it's an absence of trust. I don't trust. Let's think of another one. Obey. If I disobey, I am not obeying. I'm not following the rules. So that's how that prefix works with words. Let's say it again. Repetition is the key to sticking it into our brains. Dis means, what does it mean? Dis means not, a part, or absence of. Let's do some word building using the prefix dis. What does it mean? Absence of. Let's go again. Dis means not, a part, absence of. Great. Let's look at our base word. Where's my base word? It holds the original meaning. Our base word here is like. What prefix are we adding? Dis, not, a part, absence of. And here are some suffixes that we work with all the time. Pause while you collect something to write on and something to write with. Are you ready? We are going to put the clock on for 1 minute. 1 minute, try and build as many words as you can using the word grid. If you have dis, we're going to be very happy. Go. How did you go with that? You may have only needed 49 seconds. Let's check our work. So, what's the first word that you can see here? You could just have the base on its own, couldn't you? You could just have the word like. Then you could add all of these suffixes to the word like. If you have those recorded, I'm very impressed. That's a lot of writing in 1 minute. Let's see and check our work using the prefix dis. Did you have dislike? Let's write it. Dislike. Absence of like. I dislike cucumber. It's not true, but it did fit the sentence. I dislike cucumber. Okay, did you have dislikes? Okay, let's write it. Let's see how we go. Now, dislikes. I'm adding a consonant suffix. When I add a consonant suffix, I keep the E. Dislike becomes dislikes. Okay, did you have disliking? Let's write it. Dislike. Vowel suffix ing. When we add a vowel suffix, we drop the E. Disliking. Next one, disliked. It's a vowel suffix, so we need to drop that E because we don't see double E usually at the end of a word like this. I said usually because there are a couple where you do. Disliked. Disliked. Drop one E, add my vowel suffix. Last word building for today. Disliker. Now hang on a minute. Disliker. We think that could be a word in English because we can make sense of it. If you dislike her, it sounds like it could be a word in English. And we know how to build it using the morphemes, but it's not a word in English. So I cannot include disliker. It's not a word in English. Excellent. Check your work here in our word building. Give yourself a smiley face. And we're ready to move on. Ready for activity 2? You are going to need to look at your screen. You are also going to need to write numbers 1 to 5 on your sheet of paper. So quickly do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a visual quick quiz. So I'm going to read a sentence. You are going to look at the illustrations coming up on your screen, and you have to pick either option A or B and write that down on your page. Which picture fits the sentence that I'm reading out. You ready? 1 to 5. First one. The office was very disorganised. Is it picture A? Is it picture B? The office was very disorganised. Next. The old bike was in disrepair. A or B? The old bike was in disrepair. Number 3. I had to disconnect the power to my computer. Is it A or is it B? I had to disconnect the power to my computer. Number 4. In a race to be the fastest, which animal would have a disadvantage? In a race to be the fastest, which animal would have a disadvantage? Question 5 of our quick quiz. They were not disappointed after the game. Look carefully. There's a double negative in this sentence. They were not disappointed after the game. Great job. I will put the answers up on the board. How did you go? Here are the answers. Check your work. Words to write activity. Dis means, say it with me, dis means not, apart, absence of. Word building, time to write. Make sure you have something to write on, something to write with. Let's build these words. We need to add the prefix dis to these words. Say it in your mind, build the word, and then let's write it together. Add would be, can I hear you? Disagree. Disagree. D-I-S. Agree. Excellent. So if I disagree, I do not agree. An absence of agreement. Next word. Order. Add the prefix dis. New word. Disorder. Okay, reword it for me. What is it? It's the absence of order, not ordered. Okay, pause the video, complete the dis words, adding prefix dis to these words, and we'll come back and check our work. Okay, let's check our work. Adding prefix dis, please would become displease. Trust, distrust. Appear, disappear. Now, the thing about the word disappear is I often spell that word wrong. Sometimes I can't remember whether there's double S or double P, but when I think about morphology, it helps me get it right because I know dis means not. So I know I only need one S on the end of dis, which means then I remember to double my P. It's a good trick to help you remember how to write words. Morphology is magic. Okay, we have come to the end of our lesson, so we just need to review that morpheme for today. What was our morpheme? Morpheme dis. What does it mean? Dis means not, apart, absence of. Your independent task. Your independent task is to look at this word chart, add the prefix dis, build your new word. Then try and explain your new word just like we did with the word building in the previous activity. So, not infect would be disinfect. Disinfect, what does it mean? Come back to the start, not infect. Complete these and we'll check in tomorrow.